Hello.
There's like 3 things I have to start up to record.
Really?
Well, set up a macro.
I wish I could. Okay, so that is audio on both fronts. We're now drowning again. What happens? Okay, for purposes of syncing, I'm putting the diamonds down now. And welcome back. So we hollowed out the top part of the... Were you just trying to flood me down there? Oh, geez, there isn't actually any water in there anymore. We won't be able to get out. No, bad.
Flood the lying. It's a new game.
Bad co-hosts, bad. So we cleared out the water in the top part of the pyramid. So we've now got a nice little home away from home. You're really trying for that, aren't you?
It's a bit drippy though.
A little bit.
Yeah. So what's the next topic?
Well, the question is, do we want to keep looking for the boat, or do we want to check out the village?
Where is the boat? You're the one who has the
Oh, hello! No, I can't get back up.
Oh, I just got a text message.
Alright, I'm stuck here now. That's just sad. Thank you.
That was the last of my pickaxe, too.
Well, that's not good.
No. I have an axe.
Well, we can. I can make a furnace and get you some more iron.
If you have any wood, that's mostly what I need. I already have iron from the chests. So, do we want to check out the village, or just start immediately looking for the boat again?
Where is the village?
It's directly at the back here.
Yep.
Just through the door to the left. Yep. New pickaxe. So, you found, if I recall, a blacksmith around here?
Yeah, there's a blacksmith, but he only had 2 iron ingots, some iron boots, some iron leggings, and an iron sword. By the way, Dars, could you... you got some chests, didn't you?
Yeah.
Could you put those down? And we can set our spawn here if we want to.
We haven't got any wool.
Oh, yes, we do. This is a temple.
Of course you do.
Plenty of wool. Oh, it's a pity we got here after all of these crops despawned.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
You've gotten some potatoes. And some carrots.
That would have been good.
Village, where is it? Oh, there it is. Wow, it's huge.
Yeah.
Fallaron never mentioned that it was big.
Yeah, I'm not that easily impressed by large things. Alright, I'm making a bed
I don't
here.
know where to take that joke. Except possibly to prison for being inappropriate.
There we go.
I think we can't be too far off from the boat.
The bed is made.
No, he said the boat.
Sometimes I think Dars really needs an ear exam.
An ear exam? I think he needs an ear aid.
Oh, can't sleep.
Too bright?
What time is it?
Too many monsters?
Oh, the sun just went up. Crap.
Oh yeah, I can see it. That's a pity. Yeah, I think if we head a bit south, we'll probably hit the boat somewhere.
Isn't that going back from where we came?
Little bit, yes, but no one ever said this trip was going to be a straight line.
You did.
I never said it was going to be a straight line. I said it was.
Yes, you did. You said it was going to be a perfect straight line, as sure as a laser beam shooting out from the back of the Dome 3.
I definitely never said that.
You probably said it without realising.
You never said what?
I will have to review the footage and see whether I said that.
What did you not say?
He never said
anything about a laser beam, for one.
Alright.
He talks about nothing else but laser beams, and that's why it's called laser in bedmon. You know.
Laser in bedmon.
That sounds like something very different.
Oh my god, laser gun, pew pew.
You don't want to pew pew in bed. That's just messy.
Yeah. Where are you at, Dars?
I'm exploring the village.
Alright, because this guy is just leaving here. And I'm like caught in the middle. I don't know who I should stay with.
Where am I going now?
Tension rising in the camp.
Past the temple again. Yeah, there's a total fight going on.
This is big, isn't it?
Yep.
That's what she said.
You weren't kidding.
Yeah.
That's also what she said.
Yeah. I thought you were exaggerating when you said how big it was.
It's not getting better.
We're like, that's our whole conversation we're doing right there.
That's not a conversation because nobody's saying anything to her instead. She's just saying it.
Yeah, true. Just go straight, Dars. Keep going. We're standing on a hill, watching you.
Always watching. The hills have their eyes, you know.
Creepy, creepy, creepy.
So on the note of creepy and whatnot.
More to your left, Darzer.
No, I'm following the lamps.
Yeah, but that's the lamps back to the camp. You want to be with the lamps that are going towards wherever we're going now.
Oh, we going back? Okay.
No, we're not going back.
Where are we going then?
The boat, ideally.
Get into a fence thing so I can... Can you see me over here?
Yeah.
Alright, this is where we're going. So a little more to the left. To the left, to the left.
To the right, to the right.
Don't confuse them.
I know, it's too easy to do. So on the note of a
I
topic
don't
for
wash my
today-
hair in pee.
Oh boy.
There we go. You
I was
held
wondering
that
how
in
long
the
that was gonna
backhand
take.
just in case.
Alright, well if you're censoring half of the first episode of this session, I'm going to censor this one.
Yeah, we should do that. We should find something to offend Fallaron with in the third one. Oh no, he wouldn't be able to bleep it. He won't have time.
That's a little below the belt.
Oh.
But on the notes of something to discuss for this episode, while we're looking for this missing boat, how about some strange and unsolved events in history?
Wait, the boat is missing. I see the boat!
Where?
To your left.
To my left.
To my left or to Lying's
No,
left?
Lying's left. I mean, like,
Oh, I can see you anyway, so that makes sense.
Yeah, just keep going. Lying, basically, if you put down a fence and, you know, step into it, you'll see it. It's very close to where you are.
So famous unsolved things from history.
Well, I have a list of things for this.
Well, go on,
Alright.
bring up some.
Okay, so in
'Cause
Brazil...
well, it wasn't completely unsolved, but I did bring up the possibility of Robert the Doll as well, didn't I, when we were chatting?
Oh, yes. Well, in 1966, in Brazil, the bodies of two men were found by an 18-year-old flying his kite. Both men were
In the
found...
sky?
No, on the ground, I presume. Both
Oh,
men
is this
were
the one where they
found-
were in masks?
Yes, wearing lead masks, usually worn when trying to avoid radiation.
I think... Oh, better get
I
out
think
of
that's-
They
this.
had a note by them saying, didn't they? Or there was a timer thing saying that they had to take their pills at a particular time and then wait in this field.
Yeah, the only possessions they had on them, other than their clothes, was an empty water bottle, 2 packaged towels, and a notebook saying 1630 hours, be at determined place. 1830 hours, swallow capsules after effect, protect metals, wait for mask signals. So here's a question, what do we think they were doing?
They were probably mentally ill. I've heard this story before, and I can't think of what other reason there would possibly be. I mean, they could have thought they were waiting for a UFO or something, and
You guys
it
following
just
me?
went wrong.
I'm
I've
following your
seen-
light, so I
I
presume...
mean, was there an autopsy that said what was in the pills they took?
I don't think so, no. It's one of those... Holy smeg, I can see the boat.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those situations, is it?
Wow.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
drown.
bugger.
Damn. Did you set spawn? Oh no, we couldn't
Well,
because it
only
was
back
night.
at the house. It doesn't matter anyway, because I think we're equidistant, aren't we? So all I have to do is follow the thing back again. I just need to get another bucket.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up as much of your stuff as I can, but it looks like we're going to have to lose a couple of things because I've got a full inventory now.
Well, go away from there and then wait for me to retrace
Oh, hang on,
my
I
steps.
know,
Alright,
there's
no.
probably going to be chests in the boat.
I'll get out of the boat then.
Well, that's an interesting glitch. Your smelter is going absolutely crazy.
Define crazy.
I'm tempted to say you'll have to watch the video, but I think you might have to because I wonder if this is on client side. But basically, the it's fixed itself now. The topmost chest cart was just going backwards and forwards, following its normal
Ow.
path, but about 3 blocks off.
You just punched me.
No, there's
It was 3 blocks into the air. It was
Hey.
bizarre.
Where are the skellies? How can there be skellies?
I don't know, skellies. Let's
What's a
teleport Darzer.
No!
Oh my god. I just opened the chat and it says right there, Darzer teleported Darzer to Fallaron.
But that was at the break when we weren't
People
filming.
saw it. Yeah. So he's okay with cheating outside the thing.
No, we're not. We're not.
There's some
Ignore that.
chests.
Just put a black bar over it. No one will ever know.
Ooh, yep, chests.
Especially
And we
since
didn't actually go out in creative mode after the last session and look for the ship either, so we have no idea where it was.
We didn't, actually.
No,
Did you?
you didn't, Fallaron.
Ooh, cocoa
Yeah,
bean.
I didn't. I
Golden
know.
clips,
I
Bolton
did.
of coal, 100 Bolton of iron.
There's
Oh, well,
pumpkin
sorry
seeds
then.
over there.
Head over here.
Okay.
There you go. Behind you.
Well, oddly enough, my next unsolved story does actually involve a boat.
Well, we only ever heard my opinion of
Melon
what happened.
seeds. We have melon seeds. Russia, 1959. 9 ski hikers set out on an adventure. None came back alive. Upon discovery, their tent was said to be ripped open down the one side from the inside, with all belongings still inside. Footprints led to 2 bodies who were only dressed in their underwear, with signals pointing to a tree nearby having been climbed.
What?
Two other bodies were found in positions suggesting they were heading back to their tent, and over the next 2 months, 4 other bodies were discovered, seemingly wearing the clothes of the first bodies that were discovered. 3 bodies had fatal injuries, yet no external injuries showing a struggle, while 1 other member seemed to be missing her tongue.
Probably eaten by a wild animal.
6
They
died of
usually go for the soft flesh.
no, 6 died of hypothermia, and their clothes also tested positive for high doses of radiation.
I'm going for.
I've seen a pretty good
flesh-eating
analysis of that one, actually.
Russian.
And the main problem, well, I mean, the first thing, with them being in their underwear, it's a well-known thing that when people are dying of cold exposure, there is this thing called paradoxical undressing, where they, for some reason, decide to take off their clothes irrationally. And so it's quite likely that these people were just, dying of the cold anyway.
Was that a gasp there, Fallaron?
That was a gas.
Fallaron's just been looking at pictures of naked people.
Nope, I just found a couple eggs.
Oh?
Spawn eggs.
Oh?
I think we have them already, though.
Where are
Wow, tons
Chicken,
of
cow,
gold.
sheep, and pig.
they? Where were those?
They're in the back of the ship. Like.
Oh, in the captain's quarters?
Yeah, basically.
We still need to renovate this thing.
Are we renovating it?
Oh, we're gonna have to. It'd be a shame not to, really.
Okay.
It's kind of a U-boat now.
That didn't take
Fallaron
long to
lit-
get back to it.
Yeah.
What? No. That's just a German word for submarine.
Yes, invented in World War II.
No.
Actually, no, they weren't, were they?
Oh? Oh, yes, there was a bit of development before then, wasn't there?
There was.
Yeah, the Confederate States actually had a U-boat. Well, they didn't have a U-boat. They had a submarine.
Yeah, they had a full U-boat from World War
Yeah.
II. Trapped
Yeah,
back in-
no, they had this thing that was, I think, extremely leaky, and it kind of had a long pole in front at its
What
tip.
she said.
Are you referring to the pedal-powered pushboat that was manned by midgets?
No, I'm referring to something that is real.
No, that was a thing
Well-
during, like, the American Civil War.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, this one, as far as I know,
Was better.
was manned by just soldiers, and they had an explosive tip on
Well,
that
the
pole
soldiers-
that they were.
Soldiers with an explosive tip.
And
That
they
would be
were
uncomfortable.
they tried to ram like Union ships, but I'm not even sure if it worked or not. I can't really tell you that. I think
You
it might have.
weren't there.
I wasn't there. No, I was otherwise
You weren't there, man.
I was
You don't-
otherwise
man.
engaged at the time.
Who were you engaged to?
I was engaged to a Russian.
Archduke Ferdinand.
No.
No, yeah.
No, I didn't like the Hungarians. No, I was engaged to a Russian Tsar's daughter.
You weren't Rasputin, were you?
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Raw
He came
Fallaron.
after. Raw Fallaron. Alright, so this boat, I have to say... Oh, there's still a lot of stuff in this one. I have to say, surprisingly, not so awesome.
Huh? What were you expecting?
Well, I don't know.
He was expecting the end of the game, I think.
Spawners, explosions, stuff.
Well, no,
No.
that's the
it's
kind
not
of thing that
bad.
I would put in the boat if I was making this one. Which I've actually had a lot of fun working with at the moment, because I've been making the Delta map for the Delta Squid guys.
Yes, I've seen your many tweets on this.
So much fun. I was working on a boss mob. Well, I was working on a boss mob today.
Your many tweets is very nicely put.
Yeah, your incessant tweets.
That we all really like to read.
I have over like 13,000 tweets. It wouldn't
Yeah,
really
just
be.
about the Delta map.
Well, not just about the Delta map. Partially about the Delta map, yes.
Every single line of code that he writes and every single block he places, he puts a tweet about it.
I placed a block! Yay!
It
Talking
was a
about this,
brilliant block I've just placed.
once this episode is done, we should totally make a map together.
This episode?
No,
Episode.
this series.
That's sudden.
Yeah, let's just abandon this and make a map.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh,
Team Waterlogged does Atlantis. The map.
there we go.
It's a survival map, though, so I don't really think it would be particularly in its character if they just suddenly included an abandoned boat full of mobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
even
guess.
default Minecraft now has temples and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we found one in the course of the last episode.
Didn't have anything in it, but yeah.
Well, it had some stuff in it. Oh, well, there is the jungle temples. Those are a bit closer, I think.
Yeah, they are. I always think they're a bit half-assed, aren't they, the jungle temples? Because it wouldn't be that hard to write some code to actually generate different. Oh, well, I mean,
Setups.
they've done this in mods. Yeah, different setups, different puzzles.
Mm.
Well, at the very least, and it really wouldn't be very difficult to make it so that the piston puzzle that you have to go through to get one of the loot chests was not the same combination every single time.
I know, but
I mean, I
It's
could
just-
make that.
there are some great Minecraft mod coders out there, and it seems to me that Mojang just don't take advantage of them.
Yeah, they could involve a couple more. I mean, there's people out there who actually manage to make the things that Mojang made better. You know?
Yep, there's a
So
few.
they
of those.
so they work in a way that makes sense, and they're just not using them. They probably should.
Let's figure out which one of these rooms at the back is the smallest.
So, Lying, what was your view of the guys in the metal masks?
I think the radiation probably explains it. Quite probably there was a bit of neural deterioration once that set in. But beyond that, it's a bit of a mystery to me as well. I'm not really sure.
So
Right, I'm going to try and air pocket one of these rooms so we can have a bit of breathing space. Pun not intended. Oh, I kill me. I am so funny.
yeah.
Have you got another unexplained mystery that we can solve?
Yeah, 1 second before I drown. Another boating one. The SS Urang Medan. From
Heard of that,
Indonesia
yeah.
in 1942.
What happened to it?
Distress messages were picked up from the Dutch ship, which included all officers, including captain, are dead, lying in chart room and bridge, possibly whole crew dead. Followed by some Morse code, which was indecipherable, and finally the message, I die. Upon finding the undamaged ship, it was littered with corpses, including a dog, which were reported to be in terrified postures, apparently with no visible signs of any sort of injuries on any of the bodies.
Toxic mold.
You're calling toxic mold?
Yep.
No, he's just saying it.
He's a big fan of the new Toxic Mold album.
Yeah, yes. Toxic mold, yes.
Yeah. No, I think
But,
they inhaled some stuff that they shouldn't have.
You can explain anything with that.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, the toxic mold. I mean,
What specifically are you even referring to there? Are you saying like
I think he's
there was a
going to-
hallucinogen or there was a poison or what?
yeah, I think the toxic mold was working as a hallucinogen and
Illusion.
made them scared.
Made them what? Sorry?
Scared.
Scamp. Oh, scared. I thought you said it made them into scamps.
Yeah, because that would make sense.
To be fair, we're talking an unsolved mystery, so anything's possible.
But, yeah.
Same idea?
What do you mean?
Do you
don't-
have a different idea of besides toxic molds to the cause here?
Well, it's
Oh,
difficult if
come
they
on.
are all found. I mean, my first thing would be to check if the sources are reliable.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess I'm going back to the base. Oh crap! No, I'm not.
Well, he's going back to the library to check what we have in our stores.
Oh, we
About
need to
this
set up a
particular-
library. Where are you guys at? Have you left the boat and me with it?
Well, Loin
Fair.
has sealed himself in to a little private
Cubby hole,
love chamber, I suppose.
the head.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to clear out a room here so that, well, not unlike the temple, we can have a little base around.
I'm wondering how large is this map?
I haven't got the exact scalings on it, so I don't really know.
God dang it! I'm gonna drown, aren't I?
How are you doing, Dallas?
I'm helping.
By flooding me?
Well, I'm making space.
Well, yeah. I can't see you guys. Are you in the
So, yeah, maybe
in
we
the
should
back?
talk
Yeah, there
about- Have you got another unsolved mystery? Because we seem to be getting through these quite quickly.
you are. Toxic mold,
Oh,
zombies.
I was originally planning on this, planning on using this subject for whilst we were looking for the.
Okay. All right.
For the boat.
Who do you think killed JFK?
Lee
That's
Harvey
me.
Oswald
And friends.
Do you agree, Fallaron?
And friends.
and,
And
friends.
Yeah.
You think he had accomplices?
Yeah.
Reasoning?
It's just too much that doesn't add up, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure that he had something to do with it.
Naturally, since he was arrested with the gun.
Ah, but was he? Because there's evidence that the gun. I mean, officers on the scene suggested that the gun that he was arrested with wasn't the gun they found actually in the scene.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. You didn't like that wool, huh?
There we go.
The thing for me is, what's it called? The
Have
magic
you got any
bullet?
food?
Oh, not the magic bullets.
Come on.
I don't think you need to go down the magic bullet road to suggest
Not,
there
not
might
even
be
with
oddities.
the evidence that they presented afterwards to explain the magic bullet. Is the magic bullet?
The magic
really
bullet
explained?
is a myth.
Well, how do you explain that?
How do I explain what exactly?
That
What is
one
magical about the bullets?
One bullet is supposed to make, I don't know, 7 different changes in path.
No, I think it's
You are aware that humans have this rigid skeletal thing that things can bounce off, right?
Yes.
apart
but
from anything else though. A lot of people don't understand the positioning of the people in the car at the time, and it isn't how people intuitively think the seating in a car should be, because this was part of a presidential motorcade. I mean, you can look up stuff on this online,
Yeah, these days.
yeah, there's a lot of it.
but basically
let's
the way the bullet passed is actually a lot more understandable if you look at how the seating in the car was actually arranged, as opposed to how seating in a typical car is arranged.
I love the sheer sense of vitriol you say typical car with there.
Yeah, typical cars, idiots.
Don't know how to drive themselves always.
Well, I did do that free online, Google car course, didn't I?
Oh yes.
So yeah, I think of current cars with human drivers as being an insult to human intelligence.
I think of them more as being an insult to human safety, personally.
Well, that's the same thing. you know,
Wait, what are we talking about? Modern day cars are an insult to safety?
yeah.
Have you not seen the death figures that modern cars are resulting in?
Wow. That's just because there's a lot more people driving.
And they're all idiots, more or less. We're not
Yeah.
we're not good at driving cars.
Hell, I am so far. Knock on wood. I've never had an accident.
You've never stopped for somebody to find out your name, is what you mean.
You've never been caught, is what he said.
Never been, not
Nope. So far it went pretty well.
Just dump this stuff in here.
Well, this room's nearly cleared out. So we have a nice forward base at the boat and the temple.
What about Robert the Doll, then? Shall we talk about Robert the Doll?
Oh, that creepy thing.
What is Robert the Doll?
Okay.
Darcy can feed this one.
Obviously,
I
doll.
can do this one, because it's been long enough that I can't remember the details. No, it was that guy called Eugene Otto, wasn't he, the artist?
Yes.
Who was given this doll. Apparently, was it by a maid at the house?
It was by a maid who'd been let go and she used it to curse him, I think was the exact story.
And, she gave him this doll that was alleged to have voodoo properties, and he would spend hours talking to this doll alone, and people that were in the house said that they heard it speak and its facial expressions changed, and that people outside the house would see it moving around on its own in the house.
Interesting.
And when he died, basically, I mean, the doll still exists, and it's now stored in a museum.
It's in fairly good keep as well.
It's in good nick, and it's in this museum. Well, I think every so often it's switched between two museums. They kind of have it on a
Yes,
time scale.
they occasionally move it around, and they purport that there are strange goings on whenever they
They do, and that you have to ask the doll's permission before you photograph it, and it will sort of nod its head. And we said, didn't we, Lying, that we should ask the doll's permission before we record?
Yes, we did say that, and unfortunately we didn't. So
We didn't.
if we're dead by the time we finish this recording, you know what's happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing's
So
gonna get
I think-
uploaded.
He's supposed to nod his head if permission is granted.
Yeah, and there was also, I think, the exact root of its possession was that it was owned by an artist who was given to it by a fired maid of some kind.
Wait,
Yeah.
the artist was given to the doll?
No, the
No.
doll was given to the artist.
I'm like, what?
Now you look at-
Unfortunately,
you
it
know-
transpires that the doll has acquired better fame than the artist.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
doesn't
that
even have a
sucks.
Wikipedia.
That sucks
No,
for
the artist doesn't even have a wiki page,
Has a
but the doll
Wikipedia
does.
page.
And it then left his attention, I think, when he died, and it was then in like an attic room. So the people who
Yep.
then owned his
Right,
house
but-
inherited it effectively.
Mhm.
And the girl of that family who had the doll claimed like multiple things, like that it kept talking to her, and at one point it even attacked her.
Yes.
Chucky.
Effectively, that's basically what this whole thing sounds like.
That's what it boils down to. And there's been a few people who've done things on it, but one interesting thing that I came across was Adam the Woo, the Urbex guy. He did a...
Urbex, for those who don't know, is urban exploration.
we did talk about it in the last session. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know
He-
there are people who are watching it on the basis that we haven't received any fan art.
Yeah, we're still waiting for fan art,
Yeah.
and also to find out what T means in the context of prog. But there's... I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah, I did this video about...
Before you find your thought again, I'm gonna go back to the base and put the spawn eggs in storage back there. Anything else you want me to bring or leave here? I got iron with me. I got melons.
If you can bring back a bed, that'd be good.
Well, we've got wood and wool here, haven't we?
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
so
just
we-
gonna say.
So we do. Do you have the wool? I presume there's some wool since you
Okay.
can render it to me, right?
Look up. It's in the ceiling.
Yes, that's a fantastic place to start poking holes.
That's alright. Just put a cobblestone in there.
I love that we've got this little water elevator. So Darcy, you were saying about wool, about woo?
I don't know. He's the
Wool was later.
He did this video, basically visiting the museum and also attempted to get into the artist house, but he was refused permission. Normally he doesn't ask permission, is the Urbex way, but he... I've got 3 wool now. But he went into the museum to see Robert the doll and, the usual thing, asked permission. But as he approached the doll, interestingly, in the background, he picked up the sound of children playing. Ooh, and it stopped immediately that he asked the doll permission.
I think that's that. I think assuming that it was possible for there to be children playing nearby, I think that's probably just coincidence.
Oh, you have to ruin everything, don't you? You scientists. Fun is not permitted.
Fun is permitted.
Yeah, it's just an interesting side note in the video, because the video basically just goes over the history and he tries to get into the place, but it was just he points this out in the video. But he does some good videos, Adam the Woo, so he should you go and see him, and he's been banned from Disney World as well.
How has he been banned from Disney World?
Because he kept going to backstage areas, and Disney had been watching his videos.
Oh, joy. Wait,
But he carried on
Disney
going-
was watching his videos?
What was he doing in backstage areas?
He was just going there
Just for
to
fun.
make
Oh,
videos.
Yep.
Old parts of the park that are now closed, and occasional backstage areas just to see. I don't know if he ever went down into the utilidors, because some people do.
The like steam tunnels and stuff.
Well, it's more than that. It's where all the offices and the changing rooms and everything are.
Now the changing rooms, I can see there being a big legal issue with.
Well, nobody snuck into changing rooms, as far as I know. It's just that
I guarantee someone.
basically, technically, in the way that Disney World was built was that the utilidors, the underground tunnels, were actually built on the surface, and the land that you walk on in Disney World is actually the stuff that was dug out from the lake.
Right.
The big lake in the middle of the parks.
all right.
I see. Right. Yes.
And so the surface is actually, the second floor in American terms. And indeed, the elevators in the utilidors, they mark it like that.
That's interesting. So in this episode, we have found a boat. We have secured a desert temple forward base. We have discussed Nazism, various things to wash your tea in, and various unresolved mysteries of history.
Wait, you're
And,
washing your
it's-
tea? Did I just hear that right? You're washing tea?
Possibly, I'm
Are you
driving.
washing your-
It's his T and P, is what it is.
That's how that relates. All right. I
That's
get
how
it.
that works.
Anyways, we shall catch you in the next episode.
Yep. See you then.
Bye.
Bye bye.